If I had to give out an award for goofy people, or just the goofiest person so far award so far of 2024, this person right here would definitely be a candidate. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, I had no clue who this guy was at all in any capacity until someone tagged me on Twitter and used my signature phrase of "I feel nothing." And then when I looked into some more, I said, oh, I can definitely make a triple P out of this. So this person's name is Siaka Massaquoi. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce his name. And when I was looking up some information on him, one of the first things I found before I actually get into what I'm really talking to him about is that he is apparently an actor. As you can see, I got a screenshot from his IMDb page, and it looks like he's been on a few notable shows, but it doesn't look like anything major. Those look like maybe some guest spots that he's done, or maybe, you know, just he was on a particular episode or whatever the case may be. But these are shows that I don't really watch, so I wouldn't even recognize them. But apparently he has done some work in the industry. But that's not really why we're here to discuss him. But I'm gonna swing back to that point a little bit later about him being an actor. So this guy apparently is a right-leaning Republican, and apparently also he was involved in what happened with January 6th back in 2021. And last month, back in December, or somewhere close to around that range, he had his home raided because they were basically finding all the people, rounding people up who was involved with what happened in the insurrection. So I came across this article from the Los Angeles Times that was posted December 4th, 2023 and updated on December 6th. And I'm gonna read that article to get more context behind it. But I'm telling you right now, this story right here is so hilarious with every beat that happens from here on out. A Los Angeles County Republican Party executive board member was arrested on charges related to entering the U.S. Capitol during the riot on January 6, 2021. According to news reports and party officials, Siaka Massaquoi, first vice chair of the LA County Republican Party, was arrested Thursday by FBI agents at Hollywood Burbank Airport. The agency confirmed. Massaquoi was reportedly returning with his wife from Nashville, where the couple attended the premiere of the Daily Wire's new film Lady Ballers, a controversial comedy mocking transgender athletes, according to Red State, a conservative news media outlet for which Massaquoi is a columnist. Massaquoi was taken into custody on misdemeanor charges including trespassing, disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol building, and he was held in jail overnight and released on a $1,000 bond Friday, Red State reported. He appeared in court on Friday, according to FBI spokesperson Laura Emiller. A spokesperson for the Republican Party of LA County said it did not dispute Red State's reporting, but did not immediately provide further comment. In a post Saturday on social media platform X, formerly Twitter, Massaquoi shared a video clip of a live stream from inside the Capitol on January 6th, writing, "Witness why I was raided 2 years ago and recently arrested and charged November 30th, 2023, almost 3 years later." Authorities raided Massaquoi's North Hollywood home in June 2021 because of his associations on a social media app, a law enforcement source said at the time. Massaquoi posted an Instagram video after the raid in which he said, "I did nothing wrong on the 6th, did nothing violent." The 71-second video shared by Massaquoi on Saturday appears to show him holding his phone up to record or stream video among about a dozen protesters, some with their faces covered or wearing Trump 2020 hats, crowded at the threshold of a door into the Capitol. Dozens of Capitol police officers, many in riot gear, fill the hallway and appear to be trying to get the Trump supporters out of the building. Some of those in the video saying they are trying to leave but are blocked by the crowds. Massaquoi did not respond to requests from the Times for comment. In comments to Red State, Massaquoi said he was grateful to Jesus for being with me and my family throughout this unbelievable event. Charlotte and I, and Charlotte, by the way, is his wife, are so grateful for all the love and support we have received so far and know we will get through this with God's grace. Thank you for your prayers and support, Massaquoi said. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia is prosecuting the case. The office did not immediately return requests for comment. Massaquoi, an actor whose IMDb credits include bit parts on shows including Fox's Lethal Weapon, also filmed himself at a protest that shut down the Woo Woo Jab site at Dodger Stadium in January 2021. So that's that entire article right there. Now remember, I said I was going to swing it back to him being an actor right quick. So you mean to tell me, like, with all the stuff that was going on with the actors and the writer strike last year, you couldn't find a time to go to something like that, something that would not get your house raided or get you hemmed up with a bunch of charges and possibly face what most likely is going to be some jail time? I typed his name in there, and when I tell you, I could not find one picture of him out there with his fellow actors and writers protesting fair wages from the months of May to October, which was the length of the time when the strikes were going on. But he made sure to have his ass out there with, well, y'all saw, you see the pictures. That's exactly who he chose to be out there with. That's his crowd right there. And it's not slept on anybody. I mean, the name in itself, Siaka Massaquoi. I already know what y'all are saying in the comments. I don't even have to say it on this video. We see exactly where his priorities lie. And it's definitely not with the people in the industry that he is supposed to be, I guess, working with. And based on some of his resume, that lackluster resume, I can see why he started to pivot and started to grift, because his acting career apparently was going nowhere. So it's kind of hard for me to even call this man an actor, because to me, it doesn't really line up. Now, in the earlier part of the video, I mentioned, that he mentioned about a woman named Charlotte. So surprise, surprise, this is a picture of him and his wife, Charlotte Massaquoi. Nobody in the least bit is surprised by this. When you see his antics, when you saw the pictures and all of that other stuff, are we really surprised that his wife is PC? I mean, honestly, I know I'm not. And I'm sure everyone else who's watching this video right now up until this point is not shocked by that either. But here's where it gets even more funny. So this is a picture or a screenshot of Siaka Massaquoi's legal defense fund through GiveSendGo. This is the same GiveSendGo that was created for Daniel Penny after what he did to Jordan Neely last year, and so many other people who have a particular political leaning, more so those who are right leaning. And I'm going to read to you what it says. So as you can see, he has a goal of $210,000 and so far has raised $148,000 in $148,235 is slightly increased since I took the screenshot for the video. It reads, the funds from this campaign will be received by Charlotte Massaquoi, who is his wife. It says, we need your financial support and prayers. On Thursday, November 30th, Siaka Massaquoi and his pregnant wife Charlotte were headed home on a flight returning from the Daily Wire's Lady Ballers movie premiere in Nashville, Tennessee. Upon their arrival, Siaka was separated from his wife and abruptly arrested by the FBI. At the time, Charlotte was told the charges had to do with January 6th. However, she was not presented with any arrest warrant. Siaka was taken to Monterey Park Jail, where he stayed overnight and was told that he was being charged for 4 misdemeanors pertaining to his presence outside of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. Siaka and his family are God-fearing citizens. They have served their community through various avenues, and Siaka is currently the LAGOP vice chairman. His wife serves as a volunteer faith group leader for TPUSA Faith San Fernando Valley Hub and as the church coordinator for TPUSA Faith at Godspeak. That should tell you something right there. Look at what they're affiliated with. Look at what he's affiliated with and what she's affiliated with. TPUSA, Turning Point USA. I don't even have to go down the laundry list of names of the people that's attached to that, but just know they are all people that are seen as very negative and very anti-black. So that tells you everything you need to know right there, not only about him, but also about her. It says she had been a tremendous support to him and is now expecting their first child in March of 2024. Since the FBI raid on his home nearly 3 years ago, they have feared that this day might come, in which the government would charge him for something he didn't do. He has been scrutinized at airports for several years but has never been formally charged for anything. This family has been through so many ups and downs, a circus would be a more appropriate term for the turmoil and unnecessary display of government outreach that they have had to endure. If you are willing and able and we are asking for financial support to assist with possible bail and upcoming legal defense fees, which will be very costly. At the very least, please continue to keep Siaka, Charlotte, and baby Massaquoi in prayer as they press on through this challenging circumstance. You want to know what's so interesting? His goal is $210,000. They have currently raised $148,235. Not only are they far away from meeting their goal, but they would need, in my opinion, what I believe to be way more than $210,000 for these legal fees when it's all said and done. And I have a feeling he's going to probably fall into the same category that Kyle Rittenhouse did. Probably even worse. Do I feel anything for him? No, I do not. But that's not even the funniest part. I told you this thing had some legs to it. Wait till y'all see this next part here. Y'all probably can't really see it that well because I had to zoom out so I can get the whole picture, but this is a picture of Siaka and his wife Charlotte, and as you can see around her stomach area, that is the baby that she's expecting. And when I tell you, people clown this man so hard under this video, well, not under the video but under this post, because they see what the play he's trying to do. They figure, oh, if we take this picture of us and the family that we're expanding on, and maybe they'll be a little empathetic on us because we're about to have a child. They're not. Trust me, they're not. And it was a bad idea for you to decide to have a child now, especially when the father of the child is probably going to get locked up for who knows how long, which means he's not going to be in his child's life for a good minute. For depending on however long they keep him there, he probably won't even be there when the child is born. But let me go ahead and read to you what he posted. I'm fighting for my rights after being charged by Joe Biden's DOJ for the crime, quote unquote, he put crime in quotations as if he didn't commit one, of standing inside a Capitol doorway for 71 seconds on January 6, 2021. Well, here's the thing, you didn't have a permit to be there. See, that's the thing. They keep thinking that they did nothing wrong. They are living in la la land in their own head. Their mind is a maze right now, and they're lost in that maze. They're lost in that maze they call a mind. They really think they had every right to be there. Every right. Now look at you. It goes on to say, I'm fighting not just for myself and my wife, Charlotte, and our unborn child, but for any J6, January 6, defendants who are being unjustly prosecuted. Again, y'all committed a crime. At the end of the day, it was a criminal act. Please contribute whatever you can to my legal defense fund on GiveSendGo. I will defeat this unjust prosecution. I doubt it, but it's going to be a long fight. That it most likely will be. God bless you. And then he says, God bless Siaka Massaquoi, and then he lives the GiveSendGo website down there below. And when I tell you, it is such clownery in here, and when I tell you it's even more clownery, this guy is such a buffoon that he actually replied to himself under the post where it says, thanks for sharing, brother. And apparently he must have another account out there. I don't know if it's a burner account or whatever the case may be, but he must have forgot to switch accounts. And people are clowning him under that. Like, he literally replied to himself saying, thanks for sharing, brother, as if somebody else in support of him put this statement out there and not him. They're the same account. I'm telling you, the Goofy Award nominee of the year so far definitely hands down goes to Siaka Massaquoi. Like, really digest everything that I just said to you right here. This guy literally did what he did. Look at who he aligns with. Look who he's married to. Look what she's aligned to. And then the delusion of thinking you did nothing wrong. Did you really think that this day would not come? Did you really think he was going to escape this? Especially since when you look at the landscape of the people out there, it was mainly PC. You stand out like a sore thumb, like literally a speck of pepper in a sea of salt is what I like to call it. Some people say a drop of oil in milk. Whatever you want to call it, it is what it is. And this guy brought it on himself. I feel nothing for him. And I feel nothing for his wife. I don't feel nothing for anybody or any knucklehead that went out there and did what they did. Y'all heard about recently what's going on with Ashley Babbitt's family or whatever. They trying to sue the government for like $30 million or something like that. And they tell us that we need to stop asking for handouts, or stop demanding handouts, and look at what's going on with that situation. If they don't knock it off, But man, y'all, I had to bring this to y'all. This one was hilarious. I have to admit, an unexpected Triple P new entry, whatever you want to call it. We already in 2024, and we on the second Triple P of the year. We are on a roll.